to this handsome Hunka Hunka.
Hello, boys and girls, and the boys are back in town. Hunka Hunka is back. My name is Michael Snell, the second.
I am Gene Pocket Showdown.
Oh, and we're back. You think you keep us away? We've been away for pretty long.
They tried hard, but they can't keep us down, baby.
Nothing's as hard as us, you know? We're just stone hard. But yeah, for months and months, we've been in contract negotiations with Geek First. They've been trying to keep us away.
It's been hell.
But you know what? We got a good deal. We're making that sick money. We're making way more than Briggs and Kirkland, you know? They're little pansies, you know, Marvel fanboys. Oh, boy. How have you been?
You know, I've just been craving to get back on the mic. Because the thing is, people in this industry, you know, this movie entertainment industry, all they do is lie.
Oh.
And here at Hunka Hunka News, all we do is tell the truth, and we tell it well. So I just feel bad for the people that they don't have us on their side, but now we're back.
Our motto is truth or nothing. You know,
that's our motto. It's been there from episode 1. You can go back. You can
download. You can share. You can download again. You know, we need that money. We got to keep going. We are the voice of the Geekverse. Really, they had a 3-year anniversary. Didn't even invite us. We have given them some of their biggest ratings ever. That didn't even invite us because they're just Marvel shills.
I couldn't even get 5 minutes into that episode special, to be honest. I tried because, I mean, obviously the logistics of getting back on the show, real pain in the ass. But the thing is, we did get here, so I thought I should probably listen and see what they're actually doing on their shitty weekly.
Tyler Bryce is pretty bad. I've heard.
Probably the worst. I would say.
Yeah.
I've thought about this greatly, and I'd put him easily worst, followed by probably Dylan, then Kirkland, Travis, Jessica, then Taylor. I think is my order.
My brother got a lot of good things. He didn't get my looks, and he didn't get my podcasting skills. So, you may notice I have some eyewear on right now.
Yeah. How is that? Can you see really well?
Let's.
Yeah, very sensitive, right?
Well,
just recently had it was a surgery.
It was a surgery because I had to watch Infinity War, and it just...
Oh, man, I feel bad for you.
It hurt the eyes, you know? Yeah. It was so painful. Every minute just felt like someone was taking a lighter and just getting it closer and closer to my eyes, because we haven't got to speak about Infinity War, but that was a flaming hot feast of seagulls.
Seagull do, seagull don't.
Yeah. You know, like when birds come by and they crap on what would you call that when you're driving and it's in front of you?
I think it's called like a air blockade.
The air blockade. When they crap on that had better qualities than this Infinity War movie.
Infinity War really reinvented plot holes, I think.
Oh yeah.
Took it to a whole new level.
And boredom.
Boredom.
We know all those characters that got dusted are coming back. Like, how lame is that? The DCU would never kill off a character and tell us that they're coming back.
They're just toying with you.
Yeah, look at Superman, Justice League. No idea he was coming back. It was such a huge surprise. We know all these characters coming back. So lame. And I think that brings us to our first conversation.
Well, before we get into that, we need to talk about our sponsor.
Yeah, Geek First, you got sponsors? I don't think so.
Geek First has... You can count the amount of sponsors Geek First has on no hands. That's how bad it is.
Oh, yeah.
But here at Hunka Hunka, we are only in, what are we, episode 4, episode 5, something like this?
It don't matter because they're all fucking great. Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to talk about our sponsor here. Our sponsor today is Ergo Baby's Original Baby Carrier. Now, let me tell you, this product here, you know what it does? It helps you carry babies. And I know that, you know, Travis of the Geek First and thousands upon millions of hundreds of other people around this world are just, you know, they have babies, and
too many.
I'll tell you one thing, probably the worst thing about babies, they can't walk. I don't know if you knew this, but babies can't walk. So you need this carrier, because what you can do is you can take your little tyke, and I think you know how in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like every like 100 chocolate bars
movie with Charlie in the title.
Easily.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you know, every time like you get a candy bar, you have a chance that it comes with a ticket inside. Same thing with this. Sometimes you gotta shake it because there might be a baby inside just for you. but it's more about the carrier. And this thing's great. You can strap them on your chest, on your back, on your side, on your, if you have big, like really big thighs, you can put them right on the thigh.
On your chest?
On your chest, yeah. You can put them on your chest backwards, forwards. And look, it even gives you 0 to 4 months. Put them on the front. 2 to 4 years. You know, it's got everything covered, no matter how old or young your baby is.
What about on your chest?
I think you could. You might have to squeeze, and it might be hard if you are a female because it depends on, you know, the size of what you got going on there. But this is, you know, what their tagline is? Comfort through ergonomics. And that was one of our original taglines when we were talking about Hunka. We were thinking maybe comfort through ergonomics, but as you can see, if you look really closely, it's trademarked, and we didn't want to betray our sponsors because they helped us out. We are here because of our sponsors.
Yeah, now it's truth or nothing. That's a great slogan, though. Go pick one up right now, because speaking of golden tickets, there's a purple ticket in one of these bad boys, and you can join the live audience, studio audience, and they're quiet right now because we don't like clapping because it hurts our ears, but they are here. They're huge fans. We've signed a bunch of autographs.
Many autographs.
Oh, yeah. I love getting in there with my pin action, you know? Yeah. Love doing
in all the cracks and crevices where the sun doesn't shine, where it does shine, whatever we need to do. But let's get into the show.
Well, the sun is going to be shining down on San Diego Comic-Con. It is happening in a few days.
My favorite time of year. It's like Christmas.
Oh, yeah. DC's coming in hot. We got Wonder Woman 2 action, Aquaman action, and Shazam. What are you feeling about this? Then we're going to get into the little cowards of Marvel in a second. But what are you feeling? DC is bringing the heat like always. Like always, Justice League, best movie last year. Wonder Woman, best movie of that year. Suicide Squad,
Wonder Woman broke down barriers.
Oh, yeah.
It reinvented what it means to be a female.
Suicide Squad, best movie of the millennia. So,
I would say I can easily declare that. That's how confident I feel.
So we got lots of DC stuff coming at Comic-Con. It's like Christmas is early.
Yeah. Every time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's start with Wonder Woman. You know, as I just said, first movie broke down barriers, so I can't wait to see Our Lady Gal in this next teaser trailer. I don't know. What do you think we're gonna get from that? Announcements? Do we get some footage?
I think we're getting a glorious trailer that is going to put anything. Everyone's talking about what's the title of Avengers 4. No one's going to give a flying fuck what the title is when they see Wonder Woman. And think about Wonder Woman 1984. That's the title of this movie.
Wow.
Just so subtle.
It already is setting the world right in its title, so you know what to expect.
It's so subtle, you know? They're not hitting you over the head when this happens, when it takes place. It's just 1984. That could mean anything. Anything. So I can't wait for that. Shazam, you know, about a boy who becomes a Superman, like a superhero type like person. You know,
I think we all feel like that sometimes. So this movie will really be a true tale, a coming of age.
I'm a little iffy on that one because I don't know if we can relate because we're already super. Like I think a lot.
I feel like I was born super.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like the Marvel fanboys are actually gonna like this because they're always living in this world where they wish they could be better, but we're the best, so we already got that. And then Aquaman, I cannot wait to see water action there. Hit Marvel over the head big time because you know what? They cut Thor's hair. We already talked about that in the past. We got a long-haired motherfucker just ready to kick Shark's ass.
Jacked, man.
Oh yeah,
he is jacked.
I just want to see him be doing lifting weights for sharks.
Just lifting mermaids and submarines.
Oh
and icebergs.
I want seamen everywhere. I want to see him up on the land. I want to see him in the ocean. I want seamen. I love seamen anywhere. On crevices, on me. Seamen, they're good guys, you know? So that's what I really, really want. So from Wonder Woman, just want a good trailer. Shazam, I want to see some muscles. And Aquaman, I want some seamen.
Aquaman, man, I am so excited. Aquaman was introduced in Justice League last year. I have to say, wow, and for an ensemble cast, really, the amount of time that each character gets, it's crazy. And Aquaman, that's his introduction into this universe, really. I mean, I guess BVS, you know, you get a quick snippet of him
just
swimming,
swimming
about. Yeah, just a little slurp of the sleeve. But in this one, man, I can't wait to see this trailer. That water CGI in Justice League was some of the best I've ever seen. Easily top one.
Gollum, Justice League.
Gollum ain't got nothing on the water of that.
Justice League CGI phenomenal. Steppenwolf looked like he was a real person.
Wow. Yeah. I thought he was in the room with me. I really did. That 3D, I had to kind of do a couple swats because he's a pretty scary guy.
I had an outer body experience because that's how real I thought he was. I'm like, that's not a real person? So good.
And you know that scene of Aquaman when he goes back home, I felt like I was drowning.
Oh.
You know, maybe I just was drinking my soda for too long, but I couldn't breathe for about 10 minutes. So it really just shows like how immersive that experience is. It really it just takes you out of this world and puts you into that underwater fantasy, which is what we're all looking for. And you know, I can look. What is there, like 100 Marvel movies now, and none of them tackle water like Justice League did.
No, not at all. Yeah, we're very excited for that. We actually may be seeing an early sneak preview of Aquaman. The catch is, I don't know why they want us to see it underwater the whole time.
Right. I don't think they do because it's already so immersive.
Yeah, but they just want to do it a little bit more, and you know, bring it on. Bring on the water. We're gonna have those air filtration
I can
tanks.
breathe underwater for about 5 hours just without any equipment whatsoever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, without any practice too. That's just going down, not even a few breaths. Just
One time I had a competition with Chris Angel actually, and let me tell you that
he won.
He was floating up to the water because he was dead. So
yeah. All the tricks that Chris Angel does just stolen from this man over here.
He does illusions. I know
He's
actual
magic.
magic.
He's magic. You know what's not magic? Marvel. Because guess who's not coming to Comic-Con? What do you think about that? They announced they ain't coming to Comic-Con. You know what?
Oh, man.
I think they're scared because they put out Infinity War, this trashy
They're like, oh, we have plans to do movies in 2024.
Oh, get off.
Such a lie.
Convoluted mess of a movie.
Kevin Spitty Feige.
Yeah. You know what? I spit on Infinity War because that was garbage. And I think that's the reason. I think they're just too scared to show their face in Hall H because they know this abomination that they made. It's like, oh, we're going to sell this year because we have nothing to show. Yeah. Right.
Marvel clearly doesn't know how to set up a movie. They've been trying for
20 movies now.
At least. Did
you see Ant-Man? Catastrophe.
I don't like to walk out of movie theaters, but I had to. That one I lasted a little bit longer than Geek First Cast. It took me about a half an hour before I had to leave, but boy was that.
I do like walking out of movies. It's really thrilling.
You just get off on it, right? You just feel good.
It's the best to drive.
Especially when it's a full theater and you know that that's someone else's spot.
Oh, yeah. Your grandma wants to see this movie? Too bad. I wait right till
Go play some Skyrim, Grandma.
I wait till the 31-minute mark, and I just... Because then someone else could be like, oh, at least I could go get in that theater. No, 31 minute? No, that ticket's sold. Is it wasting money? Yeah, but we had enough of it with these nice sick contracts we just signed, you know?
Big sponsors.
Got Geek First by the balls.
The baby carrier today, you can't wait till we see what sponsor we got in the next episode. It's even bigger, even better.
They're just knocking down our door like we want on their show. So, but yeah, Marvel, what are you thinking about that? Not at Comic-Con this year.
Honestly, it doesn't surprise me. I think they pulled this last stunt for the same stunt last year, the year before. They really don't know what it means to advertise. They don't know what it means to market, and obviously, least of all, they don't know what it means to make a good movie. So I'm not surprised. They don't want it. They know that we got Wonder Woman, we got Shazam, we got Aquaman coming in hot at Comic-Con here, and I don't blame them. I really don't blame them for not wanting to show up because they know they're just gonna get blown out of the water.
Decimated.
Aquaman pun there. So really, I think their best bet is to. I think they should just halt the MCU altogether.
Oh yeah.
I hear that it's doing well in the theaters, but as we've talked about on previous episodes of Hunka, that's all just paid off. None of that is real people. It's bots and things like this. So. Yeah, what would they have to show anyway? I hear they're working on like a Spider-Man movie, which is just a joke because there's like a Spider-Man game coming out. There's like an anime movie. There's like a live-action movie. Like they clearly don't know what it means to be Spider-Man. And what else do they have on the slot? They have Captain Marvel, which is clearly a rip-off of Wonder Woman. Oh, yeah. Female-led movie, prequel. Like, can you get any more on the nose with that one?
Oh, they're just completely ripping off Wonder Woman.
Not even trying anymore.
And Spider-Man Far From Home, more like Far From a Good Movie. Am I right? Yeah, because they are just producing shit after shit. So yeah, Comic-Con, I'm just excited for DC.
Fun fact, when I watch these Marvel movies, most of the time I actually get diarrhea. Yeah, it's bad. Usually puts me into some sort of comatose state, and I usually have to be taken to the hospital. So
only a DC movie used to wake you up. Like
that's what they have to use every time they try medicine. They try aromatherapy. They try psychosis, but none of it works. The only thing that works is the DC medicine. Give me that D. Give me that C.
Yeah, I just put a little headphone in his ear right there. I crank up EVS and
Superman brings me right back to life every time.
He's just shaking. He's shaking. And you know what? Another thing I'm shook about is because you know what? time for our next segment, Stop Being a Joker. And there's a big... Our next two segments are all about conspiracies and about Marvel and what they're doing to us and the fan base. But if you don't know, Geekverse has a Patreon, which, by the way, who knows? They're going to be doing a bunch of Comic-Con coverage. It's probably going to be pretty shitty stuff, but, you know what, maybe... You know what? I think maybe we should crash one of those episodes, maybe. You know what? I think one time just boost in there and be like, hey, this is how it's done. So you look out.
We'll try it. I mean, if not, we'll be in the live chat. We'll be throwing dislikes. We'll be telling people, wow, get off this channel. These people love Nazis.
Yeah, if you don't see us once that week, it's because they're keeping us out. They're locking us out because they don't want the truth. They just want to live in their little fantasy world. They just want to sit behind their TV and do nothing and just text away. Oh, we're so great, aren't we? We're so great. We're the Geekverse. Yeah, 3 years, our ratings going up. Well, you know what? That's what's up.
That's what's up. What's the next topic?
So,
Michael.
So the thing is, they have a Patreon that you can go support them. You don't go support them because that's going to help them pay for the contracts for us. But
we're not cheap. We only produce the highest of content, and that doesn't come cheap.
One of their own fans sent in a question for us. That shows how important they are. That one of their fans sent a question to us. So this is from Jeff Larimar. It's obvious the MCU have paid off critics. Look out, none of them mention the fact that even though the Earth is something like 72% water, only DC had the courage to make a water superhero movie. We were just talking about that with Aquaman recently. Jeff.
It's science. It's really just stats. It's science. It's logic.
And you can't fight science.
No.
Okay?
People have tried. People have failed.
Even though the only special effort Marvel would have needed is a CGI Tiny Wings on Namor's feet. Yeah, they got again, Wonder Woman, DC does it first. Water superhero, DC does it first. Batman, they do it all first. You know what they also do good first? Is making great films, because Marvel ain't done that yet, you know? They've had a couple alright movies.
They're trying, they're pumping out a lot of movies, which we're going to talk about next.
That's why, but that's what's so great about DCU. There's 4 or 5 movies, it's quality over quantity. People are like, why aren't they making more movies? Are they worried? They're just taking their time, because it takes time to make masterpieces of art.
You think Picasso made his most famous painting in a day? That took him 28 years.
Yeah. I wish Picasso could see
us
BBS. And us today, too. I'd love a painting from Picasso.
I would love to see his interpretation of a BBS-inspired painting.
I want to see him paint the entire DCEU with just the colors orange and green.
I'd love to see that.
Maybe
in another life.
Here's the important question, but what are your estimates about how much money the MCU has paid to keep Hunka Hunka off the red carpet at all these Hollywood award ceremonies and galas? That's a great question. I think millions. For a while we were invited. We didn't go, but we chose to eventually want to come because we were doing the show, right?
We realized that we need to get the word out there because the truth is being hidden.
And we're not biased, so we want to go there. We want to go see these movies. We're not biased at all. We always
just tell it like it is. Facts.
We go into these Marvel movies with an open mind. You know, we see the Rotten Tomatoes score. We subtract that by 80.
Give these movies at least 30 minutes before you walk out. I think that's totally justified.
Oh yeah, we take the score, we subtract it by 80. I'm like, that's what I'm expecting. You know, because that's the quality they usually put out. So I have no expectations whatsoever for these movies, but they recently have not been letting us in. We can't even get anywhere, and I'm glad you brought this up, Jeff. We didn't want to talk about because we don't want, you know, we're pretty powerful, but we do know Disney, they got some powerful lawyers.
Technically, it's in the contract that we don't talk about it, but
the truth,
we have such power that we don't give a shit.
The truth or nothing, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't like the truth, go fuck yourself. So they have been keeping us off, to be honest. We tried with Ant-Man, we tried Infinity War, we tried with every single one. They invited us to Ragnarok, but that was a bag of shit, so we didn't want to go to that one.
I couldn't even.
Yeah. The previews, clearly worst movie of the galaxy.
One of the worst movies anyone has ever seen.
Yeah, like
I can say that understanding every single person's perspective ever. So.
Yeah, like I saw the first 5 minutes, I'm like, nothing's worse than this, and then I walked out. You know, that one I didn't even give the first 3 minutes because I didn't deserve it.
Oh God, I can't stand Loki.
Oh, I know, such an overrated. Oh, I'm adopting my parents.
And really, really bad hair.
Oh,
really bad hair.
You know what's great hair? Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau, he truly reinvented hair.
Why doesn't Marvel take a risk? Because, you know, DC's always taking risks. Marvel playing it safe all the time. Let Tommy Wiseau direct one of your movies, and then maybe we'll come to one of your red carpets.
Please do. I think they should kind of scrap what they have for Avengers Part 2, because clearly if it's building off the first one, it's not going to be good.
Just stop.
Give it to Ozo. Let him see what he would do with it. I think you would get. I think that would mean art. It would mean art.
The Room was just such a masterpiece as well. He's directed DC.
It's great.
But yeah, I think they're paying them lots of money to keep us off. We're gonna at some point try it. Kevin Spitty Feige, they're
scared. They're scared of the truth tellers. Yeah. And the thing is, Hollywood is all about phonies. It's all about schmoozers. It's all about salamis. And they tell us, hey, you guys gotta. What is with this weird look? You gotta look more normal. I think we look really strappy. I mean, look at. They say a tie is classy. How many are you wearing?
3.
So that's just a multiplication, and is that Taekwondo?
Yeah, this is
Jiu-jitsu?
the elusive
It's the elusive belt. It shows that you know how to party, and I mean these hats. Look at, we are matching. It's essentially the same hat. I have 2 hats. That's twice as many hats and so I think the thing is, when you look at all these Hollywood schmoozers, they're scared of the truth. They're always just, wearing their red cocktail dresses. They're taking funny photos. They're doing just entry-level shallow interviews. They're wasting their time. And they're scared.
Who are you wearing
tonight?
They're scared. You know who I'm wearing? The truth.
Here's the thing. Yes, what we do on Hunka Hunka is different, it's unique, and we are the truth tellers. But I can tell you with confidence that there's more of us out there. There's more people trying to find this truth, and these people as well are getting brought down by the law. So when the day comes that we are on these red carpets, when we're not being taken down, Jeff, thank you for bringing this issue up, I can't wait to see the other people that we inspire to bring up and start bringing in this truth that Hollywood and the world desperately need.
We just want to make comic book movies great again. DC's trying their best, but they can only handle so much of the load. When you got X-Men making these weird timeline movies and Deadpool 2 with their stupid poo jokes, and then you got the MCU, which is just this major crap universe, if you ask me. That's what the MCU stands for.
If you take a bowl and you're trying to make a soup or maybe a chowder, I love chowder, and you put all these movies in to add extra flavors. Essentially, every flavor they add with all these movies is worse than the last one.
It's
and
like they just go to
I love chowder, but I can't eat that chowder.
They find every prism septum tank and just throw that in a blender and just you like this? You like that? We don't like it. We want good stuff.
Try again, Marvel.
So thank you, Jeff, for that question. So stop being jokers, Marvel. Let's get us on the red carpet. Avengers 4. We need to be covering this. You need an unbiased representative.
Get us on the carpet.
Yeah. And finally, it's time to get your thinking caps on.
Put it on.
Because my good friend here has a little conspiracy theory as well that Marvel that I think the facts just show that this man's right, but I'm going to let him explain his
here's the thing. Obviously, Geekverse has kept us off the air for a long period of time. And in that time, we were talking with lots of lawyers lots of delegates, lots of ghosts, lots of hot women, and
the hot women love us.
They can't get enough of that HHND.
Oh yeah.
And so in talking with these lawyers,
12 times a season.
Count it. Can't even do that on 2 hands. You need your toes involved.
No.
So in this period, as I mentioned, lots of lawyers. We're talking with lots of lawyers. And, I started to do some digging. I started to do some research. I moved to the Himalayas. I was living on the top of a mountain. And I was finding out really how the laws work in North America, the U.S. primarily. And there's big flaws in, the justice system. And one of them is that there is, and most people don't know about this because no one's talking about this because, once again, no one's talking about the truth. No. But here's the thing. There is laws in the United States of America saying that filmmakers and companies out of the States can only produce, there's only a certain threshold of comic book movies that can be released each year. Now, if you look at Marvel, they obviously don't give a shit about quality, but they love quantity, so they're pumping out 3 movies, if not more, a year. And that's why you're not getting more DC movies. People say, studios are not liking it, directors are leaving.
They love it.
Different visions.
They love all these movies.
It's all going well. The reason they're being suppressed is because of this law that only allows a certain amount of comic book movies to be released each year, And because of Marvel's greed, their greed over the marketplace, over creativity, it is siphoning away any chance that DC has to get more movies out there. So obviously, it's as a DC fan, I am very sad that this year the only movie we're getting in theaters is Aquaman. And you know who's to blame? Now all of you know, thanks to my very in-depth research, that the reason of that is because of Marvel and their greed.
Yeah, make sure you get on your Twitter machines and you link Marvel and send them this episode. Say, hey, what's up with this? Because, you know, he figured it out, which means we figure out, which means the people have figured out. You can't keep this from everyone from the world for that long and think you're going to get away with it. I'm not surprised, really, when I think of Marvel. I just think of greed and a bad avocado, because those things are rotten. You look at someone like Robert Downey Jr., he has to be in every Marvel movie. Everyone's like,
I get his face on the poster.
We get it. Iron Man, he's really shiny. You know what? I don't care. And you know what? I want a fair, balanced movie comic book world. And we're not getting that right now with Marvel.
We're getting the same movie 3 times a year from Marvel. It's so sad. It's because they have the Disney money and they can afford to pay off more lawyers in order to get their movies in the theaters, while DC has to wait their turn. And you know what? They do that because they respect people. They are responsible.
They don't want to be a bully, and that's what Marvel's being right now. It's just a big bully. You know, they're throwing their way around. They're throwing their Mickey Mouse cock around. Like, you like that?
Yeah.
We have to change this. We have to. The entire system is broken. Rotten Tomatoes, they pay them off.
Yep.
The critics, they pay them off. Geek First, they pay them off. You know, which I've seen their checks. They're pretty low. So Geek First is pretty cheap. Those bastards. I gotta talk.
It doesn't take much for them. If you didn't know, they're only in it for the money. So.
Oh yeah, we would do this for free, even though we didn't come back till we got paid, because you know that's a separate issue. But we would do this for free. We're not shills.
We would.
Yeah. We
would easily do it.
Yeah, we have no bias. But this, we gotta take a stand against Marvel. They're literally putting movies in a theater to let another company not put in movies. And you know, it's hard. He couldn't get the physical of like this document. He could get pictures because they took his phone. But we're gonna work on it. We're gonna get that and show you guys all, because this is a quota. It may change every year, but they're blocking DC, and we gotta stop them, because sooner or later all we're gonna have is Marvel movies. And if my kids grow up in a world like that, I may as well just say, hey, become a criminal now, because this entire world is a crime. Oh yeah.
Crime.
Yeah. So.
And what am I gonna do with a baby carrier if I don't have a kid? So.
I know, and that's pretty much what you want to take away, is Marvel is killing kids.
Heard it here first.
So. Anything else you want to add on that issue?
You got me pretty razzed. You got me pretty rattled. But really, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I think the solution starts right here. I think now that people have the ability to know the truth, I can say that document, yes, I don't have it in my hand, but it's right next to the Declaration of Independence. It's right in a kind of a file cabinet just to the right under the counter. So anyone can go there. You can take a look. Open archive, really, but I bet Marvel's paying off some assassins right outside the building to snipe anyone who goes in.
Shows your skill.
They'll kill kids, so you know they're gonna kill adults as well. They'll kill anyone, anything it takes just to get 3 shitty movies in the theaters each year. And I really hope it doesn't move up to 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 or 13.
I think what you gotta do is you gotta start tweeting at them. You gotta stop seeing these movies, even if you want to go in like just to see them like out of pity, or they're forcing you to. You gotta get away out of them. Stop letting your friends see them. Your misguided grandma who's lost, like, oh, Iron Man, I like him. No, she shouldn't like him.
She doesn't.
And 3, you gotta buy our Hunka t-shirts, because those are gonna go towards the Stop Marvel from Hurting Kids Foundation that I think we're gonna be starting up soon. This foundation is gonna be glorious. It's gonna give a lot of people new movies, new comic movies. And yeah, but you gotta buy the shirts. You gotta buy the shirts and get them out there. You know, even if get a shirt, go to that carpet, you throw that at Ken Feige, because we can't do it. You know, but we gotta show them that enough is enough, and it's the truth. The thing is, nothing.
We're so beautiful that our distinct looks make it so the bodyguards, it's really easy for them to pick us out. And I've tried to hide, I've tried to sneak around, but it's not one of my skills. I have a lot of skills, but I don't have the sneak skill, really. So it's quite easy for security to find me and make sure I can't get close enough to Feige to have a one-on-one. I just want to talk to him like a man, a real, like just
man
a gentlemanly conversation,
boy to boy,
maybe over coffee or over a nice bowl of chives that we could share together. I'm not sure what it would take.
You just gotta make sure you have like some windshield wipers with you, because all that spit that rumored comes out of his mouth. You gotta have some protection.
I heard someone drowned.
Maybe you should do like a prison glass thing where you sit there. That'd be fine and pass like files.
I mean, I've watched the the Aquaman scene from Justice League quite a bit. That I think my tolerance to water, what is it called when you die to water again? I can't remember the name.
Death.
Death by death by death. And yeah, I've built up an immunity to death by death. So
nice.
I don't know. I think I can handle Feige, but he's not giving me that chance. He hides under his little hat. Who knows what's under that hat? I can answer that for you. It's called greed and lies. And
semen.
Not
the Aquaman.
No, not good semen. Like when you don't want semen, but it's there anyway.
In the eye. Well, this was a great return episode. Hopefully we're going to be back more.
We'll try.
After every episode, Geekverse or some fans send some sort of lawsuit, but it's just because they're scared of us. They're scared of the truth. They're scared of the H and D's, but we're going to give you that D. They're scared of us.
They're very scared.
So, a hunka to use and yours.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you when we can. That's what we do here. Truly.